Guys, and welcome back to a new episode of Grindhouse. Today we're going to be talking about, for those of you that don't know, public access was I don't know, you say original YouTube, I guess. It was before the days of the internet. They always had one on TV, and it was like for a chance, gave like, I don't know, what YouTube gives for, I don't know, you say normal people, I guess, to have a shot at making a video and having it featured a wider audience. So public access came along to do that. Like, and then of course many years later, YouTube came along to do that. But public access, you can always find very strange things. Just like on YouTube, you can find very strange things on public access. I just think, it's weird. I mean, like, it's just so weird what people can come up with. And a lot of them are like really like either offensive or terrible, or a lot of them are just plain downright just bizarre, and it's like almost like YouTube today. You can get a video that's funny, very entertaining, heartwarming, or you can get the super bizarre, super creepy, and just plain out weird video. So they were gonna talk about some of the weird, some of like what I call weird public access. It's not a list like last week's episode. This is literally just gonna be a discussion with me to you guys on why, why just like what the why there are so many weird public access films and what makes them creepy. All right, so let's get into a more suitable set. That's better. So today, in this Grindhouse episode, today's episode, we're going to be talking about the weirdest public access films. Oh, I mentioned this before, but unlike last week's episode, today we're not going to be, doing a countdown list. We're going to be talking about how public access was weird, what made most of these episodes creepy. So, one of the first series, did I say episodes? Sorry. One of the first shows on public access, I'm going to be completely honest, I kind of forgot the name of it, but multiple resources have been called it the dirtiest show ever to be aired. And I just never had to do with the devil, and had to do with some weird like rituals and like a whole bunch of stuff. And so it was kind of bizarre. It was bizarre. It had this really dark feeling. Like when you watch an episode of it, it just had this dark feeling, this like really creepy dark vibe going on. And that, yeah, like I said, it was a little unsettling, and that's why it's been called one of the dirtiest shows to ever been aired. Like I said, I forgot the name, and I don't recommend looking it up, because, like I said, it's just like, what the hell? Why the hell would you make this? I mean, seriously, why would you make something like this? This is... Why? What was your purpose? So apparently it was also filmed in Phoenix, Arizona. And, like... Yeah, okay, well... Yeah, we're just gonna move on, but like I said, if you want to know more about these things, there's another video, which I thought was pretty cool, by a channel called Blame It on George. Where he talked about the creepiest and most bizarre public access shows that ever been aired. So if you want to learn more about some of these, then I suggest you watch that. So let's get on with it. Alright, so another show I want to talk about is something weird. Okay, no, forget that. Everything in this entire episode is weird, but I don't know. It has to do with the nun. It's called Sister Who Presents, and I just know it has to do with the nun. Should I say it has to do with a guy who dresses up like a nun. And to their website, the show is about like spirituality, and it focuses on like I want to say difficulties in spirituality, and in some way it does, but I don't know how to describe this. It's first of all, it's bizarre. So, he's just okay. So, obviously, I know that unlike the Satan show thing, this one means no harm. This one is completely no harm. Means no, like I said, means no harm. But, I don't know, I think mixed with the bad quality, because public access, they're usually known to be very bad quality videos, or should I say TV shows. And the intro just drags on for a very long time. It just drags on. It shows these weird, like, signs and symbols everywhere, and it's just... I don't know, and unlike the other one, you guys can watch this one and see what you guys think, but... Yeah. But we kind of need to move on, because... Again, we don't have all night. The other show, this one's called Animal Trash. So, let's just talk about Animal Trash. Alright, let's talk about some things that could have inspired Animal Trash. First of all, it's a show made of puppets. So, maybe it was some of the terrifying and creepy looking puppets from the Dark Crystal. Or maybe it was some of the gross and drug-addicted puppet characters from Peter Jackson's earlier film, Meet the Feebles. But it's weird. It's just something we're not that entirely used to. Sure, we got films like Sausage Party and Hell and Back. Those are animated films, yeah, but we haven't gotten a show where it's we have not gotten a rated R comedy movie or show or anything that has entirely puppets yet. But, so, mostly, like I said, Animal Trash disturbed a lot of people. So, mostly what's kind of about is that some friends reminisce about another one of their friends they killed. Why did they kill this friend? I don't know, but they killed him. The show it's not creepy, and it's not that bizarre either. It's more like, it's actually kind of a sitcom, and just with lots of adult situations. Yeah. But, still something not a lot of us are used to. So we're now kind of getting used to seeing, it's a rated R animated movie or cartoon movie. But, there's a reason why animation is considered to be a beautiful thing. Because in animation, there's a lot of things you can't do in live action than you can do in animation. Animation allows you to do anything that comes in your imagination, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on it. Like Sausage Party, just think about how that movie would be like if it was a live action film.
Not a live action, an animated film. No, this is a live action film. So, yeah. If you're done thinking about that, yeah, like I said, there's not a whole lot that we can do live, like not puppets or animation or anything. So, yeah, who knows? This might be the first of many rated R adult themed puppet movies, like Muppet movie spin-offs. So, yeah. I'm gonna. We should just move on. Okay, so another show that we're gonna talk about. It's called Goth Public Access. I'm back now. My sister called me. So, Goth Public Access is literally an internet ghost story. Because if you know what an internet ghost story is, usually it's like, oh, a video or a website where little known information can be found on it. It's literally this. Little known information is known about this, and there's hardly any clips of this at all. There's about at least probably one full-length episode available online. And I think it's pretty chill. That alone makes it pretty chilling, but so apparently the backstory behind this is that a kid has been being bullied by some guys at his school, and he begged his parents to change school. But instead, they did something that all parents do. Make a public access show. And so, in the only available episode, kind of does this. So, he does some weird card trick, and then he reads this very morbid poem. And then some older lady that's just in the background is just like, is that it? And he's just like, no, there's a pause. It's very chilling and very weird and awkward, and again, an internet ghost story. So yeah, we have kind of no choice but to keep going though. The show we're going to talk about is called Stairway to Stardom. So this show it's like a talent show for public access, but I mean, it's actually is pretty known for getting some of the weirdest people to audition for this show and actually make it. And you probably seen, if you walk around New York where this is supposedly to take place in, probably seeing those really crazy people outside that are on the streets or something. You're doing some weird dance, singing some weird song, or just being this plain weird. Well, this show got a cult following because apparently most of those people are the only ones to audition for this show and actually be cast into the show. So that kind of makes it weird alone. I mean, also, it was extremely awkward because a lot of them either didn't have lots of talent, or the show makers or the creators of the show were just so desperate they didn't care who they got in. They just got some random people and put them into the show, not knowing if a lot of them had talent or not. And you got comedians, you got magicians, you got dancers, you got singers, and that's mostly it. And a lot of them were actually pretty cringe-worthy. So that's why it's in this episode. Next show we have is called Unwind with the Sweeneys. This one's already just not okay. So a little warning to you guys that the last two we're gonna talk about are both bizarre and creepy. So yeah. So I don't know how to describe this. I just know there's two people, a man and a woman, who wear these neon colored ski masks with these googly eye glasses on, and make sexual gestures, I guess. And they try to talk about everyday life, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I can't recommend this. I think it's just really weird and bizarre, and I just like, why did the filmmakers decide we're gonna make this really creepy thing? I I don't know, but it's weird and just, yeah. Alright, we gotta move on. The last public access show we're gonna talk about is called Miss Mouth. So let's see what this is it's a guy's chin, but they turn the camera upside down so that it looks like a person's mouth. They put like paint down here or eyeballs and like dress it up and make the guy who plays it eat these weird random foods, and it's just really uncomfortable to watch. I mean, I couldn't really watch the first episode without just being uncomfortable by this mouth, like eating these random things, and it's like, yeah, have you ever sat next to someone like in the lunchroom or something, have like your school cafeteria where they like chew really loudly and it's like mwah, 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 and it's really disgusting and everything, and like there's like this giant mess around their mouths. I'm sure a lot of you have. Well, that's kind of what it was like for me, and I was really just grossed out, and I was like, that's why I made, that's why that's why it'll be the last one for us to talk about in this episode, because of how uncomfortable it made me feel. And yeah, so tell me what you guys thought about this in the comments below, and please subscribe, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time in the shadows.